Yes, good evening, student. Myself, Rimple. I'm a faculty here at the Bharati College NC Web course. I'm taking the BCom course, 7th semester. Your subject name is that is the Consumer Affair and the Sovereignty. I'm here to guide you about the syllabus of your particular subject, which I'm going to teach you this particular semester. So your subject name is that is Consumer Affair and the Sovereignty. That is DSC 5.3. That is a discipline specific elective courses which have been assigned to me. What is the pattern of this particular subject? How we will be going to teach you? What will be the bifurcation of the marks that I will be introducing to you? So as you already know that this paper it is a 4 credit course, that is which include the 3 lecture and the 1 tutorial. 90 marks will be assigned of your their university examination, and 70 marks that is a practical examination, which include that is the IA and the CA, that is the internal assessment as well as the continuous assessment. So the internal assessment will be of 30 marks, which includes the 12 number of the test, 12 number of assignment, 6 number of attendance. The second part, that is a continuous assessment. As in the regular colleges, it has been bifurcated into 3 parts. That is continuous assessment 1, continuous assessment 2, and the test. But as we are taking to the NC Web, we will be considering this continuous assessment as a one part. That is a 35 marks. So there we will be including the activity, which will be the test, presentation, or any other activity we will be conducting. So this course consists of the 5 unit. The subject of the subject name is that is a Consumer Affairs and the Sovereignty. So this has been introduced by the university in order to promote the consumer right. So who's the consumer? Who's the consumer? What are its rights? How it has been affected? Which act the consumer has been governed? That is the Consumer Protection Act. So what was the previous act? The previous act was the Consumer Protection Act 1986. The parliament has changed or sub-introduced or has been taken the particular previous act and introduced the new one, that is the Consumer Protection Act 2019. So what are the major changes that has been taken in place? What are the rights of the consumer? What during the period of 1986 to 29, what are the different things has been changed? Who is the consumer? What are his right? Who is the purchaser? That all has been defined. So we will be studying the unit 1, that is the introduction, the concept of the consumer. We will be studying the consumer buying process. How will you set to be a consumer? What is the process of buying? What is the process of selling? What are the rights of the buyer? What are the rights of the seller? We will be studying that the post-purchase behavior of the consumer, whether he's a buyer or whether he's a seller. Or what are the factors affecting the voicing of the consumer grievances? What are the 3 differential regressal forum that we will be studying? Alternative available to the dissatisfied consumer, to the seller or to the buyer. It would be a vice versa. Then we will be studying the private action and the public action, the complaint handling process. We will be studying the nature of the market, that is the liberalization and the globalization of the market, Indian consumer market. Then we will be studying the online offline market, organized unorganized market, gray market concept of the price in the retail and the wholesale. We will be studying what is the concept of the MRP, that is the minimum retail price. What is a fair price? What is the difference between minimum retail price and the fair price? The labeling and the packaging legal aspect. Then unit 2, which consists of the Consumer Protection Act. This is the main act which has been framed with the perspective of the consumer. Here elaborately has been defined the various section of the Consumer Protection Act that has been defined. We will not be studying the whole section. The syllabus which we will be conducting, we will be studying the basic concept, the genesis of the consumer protection laws in India. Who is the consumer? What is a good? What is services? What is the defect in the goods? Deficiency in the services? What is the spurious good? Unfair trade practices, restrictive trade practices, the unfair contract, the product liability, the consumer's right, that is the organizational setup under the CPA 2019, different advisory body, Consumer Protection Council at the 3 level, that is the central level, state level, district level, the Consumer Protection Council at the different level, composition, what are its composition, what are its different roles, who is the Central Consumer Protection Authority, that is the CCPA composition, adjudicatory body, district commission, state commission, national commission, jurisdiction, role of the Supreme Court under the CPA, that is the Consumer Protection, with the relevant case law that has been framed by this Honorable Supreme Court. The Consumer Mediation Cell we will be studying. The Unit 3 consists of the grievance redressal mechanism. That has been provided under the CPA 2019. Who can file a complaint? whether a consumer can file a complaint, whether a seller can file a complaint, or any other third person. We will be studying what is the limitation period of filing a complaint, what are the grounds for the filing of the complaint, what is the process for filing and hearing of the complaint, relief provided, appeal, enforcement of the order, and what are the different offenses and the penalty if you are not adhering to the particular point, whether at a district level, state level, or the national level. What are the different leading case laws that we will be studying? We will be studying the case laws decided by the National Commission, Supreme Court on the basis of medical services, banking, insurance, housing, construction, education, defective product, unfair trade practices. The fourth unit, that is the role of the industry regulator in the consumer protection. Whether you're in the field of the banking, or whether it's the banking ombudsman scheme, whether in the field of insurance, that is a RERA, who's a different food product, that is the FSSAI, is the prime regulatory body for the food production. Then it is advertising, that is the ASCI, that is the housing construction, RERA, telecommunication, role of the TRI, a role of the Central Consumer Protection Authority, that is the CCPA. That concept has been given under the that is the CPA, Consumer Protection Act 2019. And the last unit, that is the development in the consumer protection in India. What are the different development has been taken place in India before the CPA 2019 or the CPA 1986, or the before the act, after the independence, or this constitution has been enacted. So the consumer movement in India, the voluntary consumer organization, that is the National Consumer Helpline, GAMA, Confonet, E-Dakhil, quality and standardization, egg mark, ISI mark, hallmarking, consumer grievance redressal under the BIS Act, role of the energy rating and this standard, role of the ISO and the international standard we will be studying. So this is the syllabus that we will be studying under this is consumer protection and the sovereignty under the DSC, that is the discipline specific course of your particulars. And what I would be referring the two books if you will be preferring, if you will be studying this consumer protection. First is the Consumer Protection Act, BR Act 2019. That is a very important. You can take the any publication, whether it's a uniform, whether it is a Taxman or any other. A book I will be studying, that I will be suggesting all of you, that is a VK Agarwal. The name of the book is The Law of Consumer Protection. It is 4th edition, and it is of the Bharat Law House 2011. Second is S. Kapoor, Consumer Affair and the Customer. It is of the publication house. There is a Scholar Tech, and that I have already mentioned you the bifurcation of the marks. That is the 90 marks. I am again repeating. That is the 90 marks that will be conducted by the university examination. That is the 70 marks that has been assigned into two parts or the two forms. That is the internal assessment as well as the continuous assessment. Internal assessment, I have already told, it will be categorized into 30 marks. That is 12 marks of test, 12 marks of assignment, 6 marks of attendance. That is the continuous assessment has been bifurcated into CA1, CA2, and that is attendance. But I have combined the CA1 too. So I will be taking the presentation. I will be taking your that is a case study or the class performance, and then 5 marks of your attendance. So this is all about your syllabus. If you have any further query, then we will be resolving in the class. Thank you so much for hearing.